So we got our tier list, and we have the top tier is going to be pretty much the S tier anime of the year nominees. I already know what they are kind of off the top of my head. Then we got A, B, C, D, and pretty much anything. There's probably not going to be any D's really, maybe like one or two. And there are some animes that, I'll probably watch like anywhere from like 3 to 6 episodes. I just ended up dropping for various reasons. So that's that. But if there's any anime on this list that I did not watch that you guys think I should watch, let me know down in the comments. In addition to letting me know what is your favorite anime of the year. Now, when you're recommending me something, be sure that it's really, really good because my time is extremely limited. Unfortunately, making videos, watching already anime on my list coming up, it's just kind of crazy. Let me bring up let's bring this over here. Do that. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And we are starting off with a pretty popular anime of 2022 that aired in winter. That is My Dress Up Darling, Sony Biscuit. And I think this is probably the best rom com. It's not even really rom com. I would say it's more like a rom slice of life. There's not like too much comedy in it, but there is, just a hint of it. And I would say this is probably one of the better ones that I've seen in quite a while. A lot of people do have issues with it because it is a little, it could be at times a little etchy. But I personally don't think it's like too bad. I tried to get my wife to watch it, and she just couldn't. She just couldn't. I think she got to like the second episode, and she just dropped it. But I thought it was pretty good. Marin Kitagawa definitely, probably we'll see. I think she may be definitely top three waifu of 2022. But if I were to get this anime rating, it would probably be a strong B. Really, the story is pretty solid. Pretty good story. I like Gojo quite a bit as well. I mean, he's just kind of a guy that hasn't had a lot of social interaction. And it's their relationship, it seems, I don't want to say quite realistic, but I can see Gojo really coming out of his shell from the beginning when he first meets Marin towards the end of the season. Not too much, but I'm also trying to kind of maybe conflate this with the manga as well because I'm reading the manga. But you do see some growth in Gojo and how he's kind of coming out of being this antisocial self and becoming maybe becoming a stud a little bit later. But definitely be for My Dress Up Darling. Now moving on to our next anime, we had Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer. What is this art called again? The Entertainment District art with Tengen. Definitely one of the top husbandos of 2022. I thought this arc wasn't like too much in terms of like story depth, but I thought it was a good small little arc. Decent amount of story in there, and you'll see, I mean, just how Demon Slayer set up. Each arc, you're going to meet a different Hashira. So here we have Tengen in this one. And I thought it was pretty good. I mean, of course, the animation, just off the charts. And just what they did with the animation and how they translated the manga into the actual anime is just A1. If you read the manga, the actual fighting was like just a few panels. But they just expanded on it so well. Just a lot of respect. So again, this is definitely, I'm not sure if I want to give it an A. I'm going to give it a B for now. But I will say this. My ratings may change. But right now it's definitely like a B plus, A minus or something like that. We'll keep it in B for now. Then Attack on Titan is our next anime here. And this one, I had to actually go back and figure out what happened in this season. The final season part two. Because it was all just kind of a jumble in my head. And I would say that part two was definitely a little bit weaker than part one, if I remember correctly. But I still thought it was pretty strong, pretty strong. Again, I don't know if I would give it an A though, because I was a little bored at sometimes with this particular part of Attack on Titan. It's just the way that they split it up. It's just kind of strange. Um, because you really had to look at like part two and part one together to get the full story, this full arc um, of Attack on Titan. So I would still give it a B plus, maybe an A minus. It's about for me, I would say Demon Slayer. I think I enjoyed it a little bit better than I did Attack on Titan for sure. Now we'll see what happens with the next arc. I just don't like how they're actually laying out Attack on Titan. I understand it takes time to make these episodes and whatnot, but I wish they would speed it up a little bit because it is killing me having to wait and wait and wait and just forget about what happens. Because I don't even know when the next season's coming out or if it's been announced, but we'll see. The next anime that we have here is going to be one that I'm a little ashamed about. One that I'm ashamed about actually finishing. And that's Worlds in Harm. And this anime, it's probably going to be a D. It might even be lower than D. But a D, if I were to give it a numerical rating, it would probably be like a 4 out of 10. I wouldn't even call it. It's definitely not a 5. 4 out of 10. The premise behind this show is not terrible, but it's just kind of the fact that, I don't know, the main character is annoying. Then you have this other character, Shuta, whatever. And it's just etchy. It's just etchy. I read some of the manga as well. The story doesn't really pick up any. It's just not that interesting. It's just kind of fan service. And it's not even like that great of fan service because the manga is gets a little bit more into the etchiness, almost really hentai. I just think they should just made a hentai and just not an anime, but it is what it is. And I think that pretty much wraps up winter 2022. Really not much in the winter. I was like watching some other things that were continuing from fall 2021, like Osoma Ranking 86 Part 2. So, but that was 2021, so we're not going to count that in this season. So let's go ahead and go into the spring season here. And this is a pretty big season. In fact, I'm just kind of scrolling through my anime list of everything I watch. We watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19 anime in this one season alone. And I think I dropped like 1 or 2. So about 17 anime in this one season alone. So that's pretty ridiculous. But the first one is, of course, Spy Family, the much anticipated anime. I would say it's probably the most anticipated anime. Well, maybe not. You still had Chainsaw Man coming up in the fall, but Spy Family definitely up there. And this is just part 1. I'm not sure if I'm going to rank it part 1 and part 2. I'll rank them separately. So for part 1, I think it's a solid A. I mean, I love Spy Family. The manga, I'm caught up. I've been reading it for a while now. And I just really enjoy it. It's just a very wholesome show. I know a lot of people went into it thinking it was just going to be nothing but like spy stuff going on, assassin stuff going on, all this other stuff. But that's not 100% what the show's about. I mean, it's really kind of very much a wholesome show, comedy, has some pretty good action in there as well. All the characters are good, especially in the first part. I have some little criticisms about the second part, but overall, definitely have been enjoying it so far. It's just a very good dynamic between the family and even the side characters, which we'll get more into, I guess, in the second part. But solid A. I don't think it goes up into anime of the year. Maybe we'll probably start moving stuff into anime of the year later, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put it quite there. Actually, you know what? We'll put it in anime of the year. I'm rethinking my listing right now. And I would actually probably go ahead and put Demon Slayer in A. And I would leave Attack on Titan in B. this specific part of the final season in B. So yeah. Now next, Kaguya-sama Love is War. I actually just got finished rewatching this with my wife. She was watching it for the first time. And it's just a terrific season. It did have like a couple of low points during the season, but overall, I mean, the ending of the season just killed it. My wife, she doesn't watch a lot of anime, but she just gave full respect to the writing in this anime. It's just so good. So good. And I was just cracking up throughout the season. So definitely easily, probably, I would say, gonna be like top one or two of the year. Maybe, no, probably, it'll have some competition, but one, two, or three in the limb. It's pretty much a sitcom to me, low points. What's going on, Nicole? Oh, you talking about, sorry, let me get my my chat over here so I can see it quicker. There we go. Got too many, my two displays are like too spread apart. Low points of what, Kaguya? When I say low points of Kaguya are still pretty much like way above average. Relatively speaking, I felt like there were a couple of low points of Kaguya. I can't even remember exactly what they were, but I think there were like a couple episodes like in the middle beginning that I thought were a little not on par with typical Kaguya episodes. But when I say that, I'm comparing it to other Kaguya episodes. So I can't think of all the top of my head. That's just what I remember when I first watched it and I was first giving a rating. But overall, like I said, very small criticism of that anime. So easily, I think by the time we get through the rest of this list, Kaguya is probably going to be one of the animes I have to decide, is it going to be anime of the year or not. I would say I did enjoy it definitely better than Spy Family. So we'll see. We'll see. But next we have Shield Hero. This one I dropped. How many episodes did I watch? I think I watched like probably three episodes before I dropped it. It just wasn't good. Just wasn't good. So I dropped it after three episodes. My friend kept on watching. He said it did get better, but I didn't want to just give it. I couldn't get into it. So Shield Hero dropped. I dropped in episode 2. That might be where I dropped it too, to be honest. I know it was very early. Like, it's either the second or the third episode. I remember I was watching, like, the animation wasn't that great. The story, the pacing, it was just all bad. And I was reading, I think I was watching a video on YouTube, just kind of breezing through some videos on the commentary about it. And people were just comparing it to like the manga and how they left some of the manga stories and plot out. He just kind of skipping around a lot. So I might read the manga at some point, but I don't know. We'll see. Here's another one that I dropped. Shikamori's Not a Cutie. I watched about 6 episodes of this as well. So I got about halfway through the season and I just dropped it. It wasn't like terrible, but it just wasn't for me. I know they were hyping this anime up a lot, saying Shikamori is going to wipe out Marin-chan. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I got 6 episodes in. I was just kind of bored. Like, it just wasn't that entertaining to me. The characters, I mean, Shikamori's kind of cool, but everyone else in anime, I just thought was kind of boring. So I struggled to get through 6 episodes, and then I just kind of stopped watching it pretty much. So it didn't really get that high of a rating on my anime list either. It has a 6.93. So yeah, pass on that. The next we have Komi season 2. I know this anime is kind of, I'm not going to call it controversial, but you either love it or you hate it. And I would say that I definitely enjoy it. Like, it's fun. I think it's kind of funny. I have a good time with it every time I watch it. Always looking forward to it. So solid B. I definitely, yeah, solid B. Not much else to say about that. Like I said, for Komi-chan, I think you either love it or you hate it. Sadly, I finished that one too. Man. Shikamori was even best girl in her own show. What? Man, that's crazy. I couldn't get through Shikamori. I was just kind of bored with it. Like, it wasn't terrible, you know. If I were to give it a rating, like the 6 episodes that I watched, it'll probably be like a low B or C. It just wasn't for me. I'll just say that. I found it annoying. Not gonna lie, I'm a Comey enjoyer. Good man. I enjoy Comey. I know some people just can't stand it. But I enjoy. What I like about Comey is that the cast, like everyone else, all the other characters in the anime are just really enjoyable, right? And they have a pretty big like cast too. There's a lot of characters in this anime, and they do a pretty good job, like kind of highlighting each of them and trying to learning their quirks and how they kind of get along with Comey. So I think it's a very well done anime, really good writing. And yeah, it's either your thing or it's not. But I definitely enjoy Comey. So for me, solid B. I'm not sure if I would give it anything higher than that. Same thing with, yeah, solid B for me when it comes to Comey. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Comey continues to come out of her shell. But I'm not sure if I want to read the manga or not. The two guys that introduced at the end were hilarious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the entire, like I said, everyone in this show is just so good. Like you just like them all for different reasons. So you don't really see a lot of anime, like even like My Hero Academia, tons of characters, right? But Comey, I feel like, does a much better job with all of its, side characters than My Hero. Just introducing the characters, learning about them. They don't spend a lot of time on them, but the way that they tell their stories, you just kind of fall for them. It's a sweet show. Yeah, yeah, definitely good. All right, let's move on to the next episode or next show. Summertime rendering. Summertime render, whichever pronunciation it is. For me, this is going to be a solid A. I definitely enjoyed this show. This is my type of show. These kind of like mystery, supernatural shows. I enjoy very much, and it's definitely something that my wife loves as well. Like, I think what was the last thing we watched? I think she just watched like Erased, and it's not exactly like Erased, but it just kind of gives me those same type of vibes. But Summertime Rendering, my friends think it should be like Anime of the Year nominated, and I don't want to put anything in the nomination category unless I know it can win. Like I know it has a strong chance of winning, and I don't quite think it does have that. Um, because I think it's still like in Disney jail, right? The characters weren't connecting with you. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. So that's why I don't want. I think it's not going to be for everyone. So I don't want to put it definitely in Anime of the Year nominee. But for me personally, I think it could go here just as kind of like respect, just to nominate it. But I know it won't win. So we're just gonna keep it down in A. And it's still in Disney jail, so I guess a lot of people still haven't even seen it yet. I wonder how many people rated it. So 117,000 ratings on my anime list. That's not too bad. Yeah, yeah. I was just looking at, yeah, Steins Gate, Parasite. Yeah, it has that vibe. So I'm a big fan of supernatural mystery shows in general. So that definitely vibe with me. Now the next anime we have Tomodachi Game. Hmm. I don't think we'll get out of Disney jail. Might read the manga. Yeah, my wife actually bought the manga. Like I said, my wife loved Summertime Rendering, so she was at the point where she like couldn't wait for the next episode and just wanted to read the manga. So she didn't really. She wanted to buy the manga, just read it from the actual volumes, but they all weren't out at the time. I think she has them all now at this point, though. So I do have. Honestly, I'm pretty sure. I think we have like 4 or 5 volumes, and it's on my list to read as well at some point as well. Once I have a chance. Once I have a chance. All right, moving on. Tomodachi Game. This is another kind of anime that was actually surprisingly good. This is what suspense genre. I mean, solid B. Like this is another one that I really like. It's definitely better than I thought it was gonna be. It's kind of like I don't want to call it Squid Game, but Squid Game-ish. Some of my friends kind of compared the two when they were watching it. And yeah, you have a kind of have a Chad of a main character. What's his name? Yuichi. You have a couple. I don't really have any. Side characters are pretty good or decent. Story not too bad. If you like suspense, I think it's pretty good. I mean, solid B. Like it's definitely not a C. Solid B's a good rate. I'm trying to think what other anime kind of compares to this. I'm looking at the recommendations on my anime list, but I don't feel like any of these anime really match it. What's going on, Lone Boy? Welcome. Friends can't recommend to watch it, but hearing it's sort of like Squid Game makes it more enticing to try. Yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it was. I mean, I went in, I think I want to say it was probably the first or second episode that really caught me. But yeah, definitely give it a try. If you have time, I would recommend it to you. If you like kind of suspense, it's not really mystery, but like I said, they're playing a game, so Squid Game type stuff going on, similar type games, kind of weird games. Definitely give it a shot. And I'd say it's a solid B for me. Next, we have what do we have? Oh, Aran-san. Yeah. When am I going to give this? I want to give Aran-san. I don't know what to give Aran-san. I don't know if I want to put it in B or C. I don't think it might be like a high C, low B for me. I think Aran is cool character. Their relationship between the two, Aran and I forgot the other guy's name, Rido. Is that his name? Yeah. I think it was pretty cute. It had some pretty good interactions. What genre is this actually? So this is just straight comedy. I wouldn't even call it like super funny to be honest, but shonen comedy. C or B. I think the fact that I'm even considering put it in a C. Yeah, I had to put it in a C just because these other four I just thought were a lot better than Aran-san. But it was still a decent watch. Like I watched the whole thing. But it was kind of like average, Not bad. Not great. So it was kind of right there in the middle. I'm not sure if they're going to come out with another season. If they come out with another season, I'll probably watch it. So yeah, we'll give it a C. Not quite as good as the other one. Definitely better than... This should probably be even lower than a D. I should have like another thing here, like an E. But it is what it is. It's a good filler show. Yeah. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Like I probably didn't watch it like on release day. I probably watched it just on some random day when I had nothing else to watch. And moving on to our next show, we have an Isekai. Now I'm not like the biggest Isekai guy anymore. I'm kind of burnt out on them, but I think there have been some pretty decent Isekai in 2022 that caught my eye. And this one is Skeleton Knight going out to the parallel universe. I'm not even trying to say the Japanese, but I really like this show. I mean, you have an overpowered guy that comes in from another world to this fantasy world. I think, is it a video game world? I can't remember if it's a video game world. It's just a regular fantasy world. Yeah, it's a video game world. So he has all of his abilities as his character. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now I remember. And I think it's good. Overlord. Exactly right. I mean, me and my friends just called him Bone Daddy. Like he's just such a badass. I would give this show a low B. I liked it better than Aran, and yeah, I enjoyed it just as much as I did like Tomodachi Game. It's a different genre, of course. So you have that kind of action fantasy. I mean, you got Ark, Bone Daddy, you got Ariana, the elf, and you have that little ninja cat girl. So we'll see where the story goes. It was kind of like an introduction, but I feel like they're trying to, kind of expand on the world a little bit. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Give it a low B, or we'll give it a solid B. And let's see, I'm not like the biggest Isekai guy anymore, but this one kind of caught my eye. I had a good time with it. I was looking forward to it every week, and its opening song was like kind of badass. I really liked the opening song for this anime. I'm trying to think, were there any other opening songs that I missed? Komi-san always has a good intro, outro. Kage-san has a good intro, outro. Spy Family, good intro, outro. I love Overlord mostly because just seeing this guy where the main character embraces the bad guy. Yeah, yeah. We'll get to Overlord in a little bit. That's next season, right? So we'll get to that. But before that, we got this anime here. I can't remember the name of it. The greatest Mao is reborn to get friends. Okay. So let me just bring this over here real quick so you guys can see this anime. I'm not sure if you guys watched it or not, but I watched it and I thought it was just kind of okay. If that. I will put this in like a D. You thought it was Overlord? Oh, I bet you just talk. I mean, no, this anime does remind me of Overlord. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you have an overpowered skeleton character, so it's pretty much Overlord. But yeah, I got you. I got you. But let's see. This anime, Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a typical nobody. That's it. I thought this was kind of okay. Like, I think it started out fine, but I watched the whole thing. I mean, as a guy, he has a harem going. It's not better than Aran-san. I don't think. It's definitely better than. See, okay, I'm gonna make another. Let me make another. I'm gonna make another thing. Show extra rows. We're gonna put trash. We're gonna add. We're gonna add another row to our listing because I don't want to put. Hey, where is my edit? That why didn't it show? Huh? I don't know why it's not showing my new row. But anyways, this anime, it's definitely better than definitely better than World's Harm. I guess. I don't know. They're probably about the same actually. Yeah, this is spring season. We're still in spring. Spring season was pretty big. I think spring season was probably my biggest season this year. But this anime, I don't know. D, yeah, it's kind of whatever. I don't really have much to say about it. You have this guy. He has a harem. It's okay. He's overpowered. Magic show, Devil Reborn. It was okay. I wasn't really too thrilled with this show, to be honest. All right, next we have let's see. We have Birdie Wing here. Birdie Wing, another pleasant surprise. So I play golf, right? So I'm a little biased here. I'm a little biased. I don't play golf like that much, but I do play occasionally. I'm not like obsessed with it or anything. But I would say Birdie Wing was just fun. It was just fun. It was outrageous. It's not like golf because it's like golf in anime world set in the future where they can literally take a golf course inside of a building and just change it instantly just with all these machines. It's stupid. It makes no sense, but it's fun. Lots of good girls in this show to be excited for. The relationship between Eva and Aoi. I mean, people keep on talking about like Chisato and Takana from Recoil, but they forgot about Aoi and Eva. They were definitely kind of up there in terms of top couples. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I mean, I like golf, so it was fun to watch. I think I'm not sure if it's gonna get a sex. I'm assuming it's gonna get a sex season. I'm not sure. This is based off a manga. No, I think this is like an actual original anime by who's this by? Bandai. And honestly, I would not mind some figures from this. Hit an eagle recently? No, I haven't. Now I haven't. My friend hit a got a hole in one like a year ago, and he just happened to get a hole in one on a hole where they actually have a live recording. So he actually has it on video. It's pretty crazy. I was there for it. I was so upset because I'm a better golfer than him. But anyways, Birdie Wing. It was pretty good. Second season this year, right? I don't know. I don't think they. Oh yeah, they haven't. Oh yeah, right. They have announced it. You're right. You're right. Starts in April, so spring season. Yeah, I just. Oh man, like yeah, I will gladly take a figure of AOA and Eva. I love their character designs. They're so cute. So yep, definitely be watching season two. It gets like a low B. I thought it was good. It has some flaws to it for sure. Actually, you know what? It might go to C. I might put it to C. Uh, nah, I'm put it at B. That's my bias kicking in because I like golf. What's going on, Maze TV? Nashville. I used to live in Nashville. I lived in Nashville for like 2 years when I went to Belmont. Definitely enjoyed that time. Definitely enjoyed that time. All right, next anime. A couple of cuckoos. This anime. What kind of feelings, lone boy? Just- a couple of cuckoos. 24 episode. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Again, I liked it better than RN. Like I said, another B for me. Pretty solid. Love Erica, Hero, cool. It does get a little weird though. Like Sachi, the young little, I think she's like in middle school, and how that dynamic is working out is a little weird for me. A little brother sister complex or sister brother complex, whatever it is. But that's kind of the one aspect of the anime I don't quite like. But it is interesting. Golf feelings. Staple in love triangles. Yeah, I guess so. But it's good. I heard, I don't know where I heard it from, but I heard it kind of it gets bad and like in the manga. So my fingers crossed. I'm hoping they can not, it doesn't get too weird and whatnot. But either way, I'm Team Erica. So my friend is like Team Hero. So we're kind of at odds. And I hope no one's Team Sachi. Please don't be Team Sachi. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. But yeah, the anime's fun. I like all the side characters too. Like the Yumino parents. The mom is such a badass. The dad's kind of a pushover. But were you posting this anywhere? I want to look at it in more detail. I'm sure in when the anime would drop, the anime or dropped. Yeah, I'll have this reminds you to show you Saga drop. Good feel show, but stay away from the manga, please. Okay. I'll be sure to do that. I'll be sure to do that. I have too much to do. Like I said, I want to read more manga. I just don't have time because there's been so much like good anime like over the past like few years, like just this season, like spring season. Like I said, I watched almost 20 series, and all of them were good. Like all of them were pretty decent. So it's just so much to watch nowadays where I just gotta like Find time to do other things. Oh, why the drop? Yeah, this will be posted. Don't worry. But I can tell you right now. I mean, it's only two that have dropped right now. Like Shield Hero dropped because I was just kind of, got into like the second or third episode. Animation wasn't that great. The story was kind of weird. Pacing issues. I heard the manga's better. Like I heard it's better to read the manga, so I might end up doing that at some point. But I did like Shield Hero season one. I liked the world that they were building and all that stuff. But the beginning of season two just didn't do it for me. My friend kept on watching it, but he said it did get better, but I didn't keep watching it. And then Shigemori is not a cutie. It's just not a cutie, whatever it is. Just not a show for me. I'll just say that. It wasn't like terrible, it just wasn't for me. So I watched like 6 episodes of Shigemori and then I just kind of dropped it, forgot about it, and just stopped watching. So those are like the only 2 shows I think I started watching this season or watching during this year and actually dropped. Everything else I think I pretty much, well, no, let me not say that. There's some more shows. There's some more shows. All right. Where were we? So a couple cuckoos. Yep. Love the show. Love Erica. Like Hero. Sachi's off limits. We're not going to talk about her. All right. Next show that we have here is going to be, what is this show called? Love is World Domination? What is this show called? Love After World Domination. And, little Power Ranger type movie going on. I'm definitely feeling that aspect of it. You got your Rangers and you got your bad guys. I mean, it just brings back memories of Power Rangers and how kind of cheesy it is. But just them introducing that love story between Desumi and Fudo, the Red Ranger, I think it's just really cool. So it's a nice little rom-com action anime. Like I love Desumi. I want where are the figures of Desumi? I'm waiting. Who makes this anime? I can't even tell who makes it, but like so many producers. Studio Project Number 9. But yeah, it was a pretty solid. It was a pretty solid anime. What would I give it? Like my bead list is just kind of blowing up at this point. I think it was a solid. I enjoyed it. Rip Green Ranger, yeah, Green Ranger's hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, she has a Nintendo coming. Do I still have the Nintendo on pre-order? I was like going through my orders. I might have canceled the Nintendo because I'm sure she's gonna have like a figure at some point, and I want an actual figure. I think I still have the Nintendo on order. I hope I do, but yeah, at some point I was like going through my list of stuff, and I was just kind of delete or a list of figures coming up in a year. I was like, man, I gotta make room for stuff here and there. So I might have gotten rid of her. We'll see, but yeah, the Green Ranger episode was absolutely hilarious. I hope we get like in the next season. I'm assuming there's going to be a next season. We get some more. I like Yellow Ranger. Yellow Ranger's kind of my type as well. And then yeah, we get some more episodes like the Green Ranger had. The Green Ranger was hilarious. That was a funny episode. That was an absolutely hilarious episode. So yeah, solid B, solid B. I'm looking forward to the next season. And then are we still in the same? Yeah, we're still in spring. So we're still in the spring. Next thing we have is going to be Aowashi. So I'm a big soccer fan. And I would have to give Aowashi a solid A. A minus, B plus. We'll put it in the A category just because A is looking kind of empty right now. But this is another kind of surprising anime. So usually I'm very skeptical of sports anime, but this was really good. I thought it was very enjoyable. I mean, in terms of like just the soccer aspect of it, it was very accurate. We were talking about another soccer anime later, but just as a soccer anime, just very well done in terms of like just the research that they put behind it and just how realistic they made it. For the most part, it's maybe a little bit kind of too anime, but it's for the most part pretty accurate. And then they have a nice little dynamic between all the characters, the love relationship going on in there. And I think it's all just kind of put in there very well. And the episode, like when he left to go to the academy and when he was reading his the note to his mom or from his mom, she got him some shoes. Man, those hit in my feelings so hard because that was like the same day as Mother's Day. same day that when that episode released. So I was up in my feels on that episode, but yeah, Aowashi super solid, good sports anime. I don't think a lot of people watched it though. Yeah, a lot of people didn't even watch it, but it has a pretty good rating on my anime list, 8.28. So again, pretty solid. I gave it a 9 on my anime list. That's my soccer bias kicking in for sure. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, this is everything I watched over 2022. So it's about 60 or so series in 2022. So right now we're in spring, almost done with spring. All right, so next anime that we have here is going to be I'm quitting heroing. So this anime is probably a C for me. It started out okay, but then I kind of got bored with it in terms of like the story aspect of it, and the characters are okay. I don't really have much to say about it. It's okay. It's about average, I would say. Nothing too groundbreaking. It's not something I would recommend people go watch. I'll say that for sure. Everything up here in the B list, I could probably recommend that people go watch. But pretty much everything C and below, probably not. B and above, I can recommend. C, definitely not recommended. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. It was just kind of okay. And then the next we have, what is this anime called? Oh, The Executioner in Her Way of Life. Shokeki Soju no Virgin Road. I thought this was a C2. I feel like this anime, I think I talked about this anime during my last live stream, which was when we were going over like the mid-season of the summer season. And I felt like this anime has potential to be really good, to at least be a B. I like the world building in it, the world that they've built so far. I think it's very interesting. It's very anti-isekai, pretty much anti-hero. And I think it has potential to be good. It's just missing something out of it. For one thing, I think the animation, the action's kind of okay. It's not like the best in some of the fight scenes I've seen so far. Sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they're just not that great. But I feel like this anime could be a lot better. So I'm looking forward to seeing season 2. I will watch season 2 for sure. Well, it's definitely better than this show. You enjoyed it? Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I watched the whole thing, and I said I was considering giving it like a B, but I feel like it's not quite as good as like these other series that I watch here. So I didn't want to put it on the same level. So I feel like it's going to get a lot better as it goes on. Like I said, I really like the world that they build. I like the story that they're telling. I think it's pretty interesting. So I think the only reason I'm really giving it a C is really more so for some of the actual animation, I guess. I just felt like it was missing something. So this one, I'm still looking forward to it. I like it, but for now, I'm gonna have to give it a C because I think these shows were better. I did it. I did end up getting the light novel. Okay, okay. Yeah, let us. I'm gonna do another live stream. So if you remember, remind me how it is. It is the beginning of a fantastic story. Okay, that's what I feel like, Lone Boy. That's what I feel like. I feel like the story is gonna get good. I really do feel that way. So I really did look forward to watching this show every week. So yeah, I mean, I would probably give like a B minus, C plus maybe. So we'll keep it at the top of the C's. We'll say that. A little bit lower than everything else on the B list, though. So yeah, definitely. It has a 6.81 on my anime list, so pretty low, but not a lot of reviewers. People watch it, though. Not a lot of reviews. Or votes, rather. So. All right, next we got your boy Kong Ming. This is probably like one of the most surprising animes of 2022. Like I didn't know what to expect when I watched the first episode. I just watched the first episode like, hey, why not? I know who Ko Ming is. Played a lot of Dynasty Warriors. My wife is Chinese, and when my wife saw this, she just like, what the? She's like, what in the world? But your boy Koming, I really did like this anime, and it would have to be like a high B for me, low A. I thought the story behind it was really good. I like all the characters, Iko, Koming, the rapper. Um, yeah, I don't want to give it an A. I might give this an A actually. I think I enjoyed it enough where I can put it over these other animes in the B category for now. My Just Darling actually might go into an A as well. Now think about it, but we'll keep it as a high B. We'll keep My Just Darling as high B. But yeah, your boy called me. I really did enjoy this. See, we got an Aiko fan here. I love Aiko, man. She's so. I need to figure her ASAP. I love her so much. I love her so much. You're very out of rotation with anime. Yeah, man. This 2022 is a crazy year of anime. All right, there's so much anime that's like good to watch in 2022. Like, this is probably like the biggest year that we've had. I think I had to go back and look at 2021 to see how much I watched, but I'm pretty sure this was much bigger. You got tired of the same song though? Yeah. No, the romance of the Kingdom's characters didn't pop up. Well, did they? I think. I mean, they kind of did, but not like in the actual world. Just kind of like when Koming was like telling stories and stuff. Last I saw, Aizen had butterfly wings. Oh man. Butterfly wings. Yep, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah, your boy Koming, I'm gonna give it an A minus. It was good. It was solid. I'm looking forward to the next. Is it? Is it based off a manga? Yeah, so it is based off a manga too. Yeah, just started publishing and the manga just started in 2019, so it's actually a relatively new manga. So I wonder when we're gonna get a season two and how far in the manga that we've already gone in. Okay, interesting. Your boy coming at a 8.21 on my anime list, so pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so this is anime we already talked about. I just have it up there twice for some reason. All right, next is Ascendance of a Bookworm. So, Isekai, but a lot different. It's not really action oriented, just kind of story based, world building kind of. And I think it's pretty decent. I think it's pretty decent little anime. I give it like a solid B. I'm just gonna put it somewhere in the middle, I guess. I like it. I like it. Not much to say about it. I like the art style and animation is very vivid. Like I'm just looking at the picture of all the characters. Yeah, pretty interesting story being told. Like I said, it's not action based. There is a little bit of action in there, but it's not what drives the anime or anything. At least not yet. I feel like going forward that might be a thing, but this is the third season of the anime, and yeah, I've definitely been enjoying it. So I guess a solid B. Trying to see if we missed anything from this season that I watched. Game did all that. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the spring season. So now we're jumping to summer 2022. About to see what Attack on Titan is all about. Last I saw one of the homies was the Big Titan. Man, you're way behind. Attack on Titan, I think, is an anime that's better to binge. I will say that. Like, I've read the entire manga, and even the manga like was better to binge just because of how it was like a monthly release. But I would definitely say Attack on Titan. If you haven't watched it yet, just go ahead and wait for it to all finish. I think we got like one more season. I don't know when that season's coming out though. But I will wait until that last season is about to come out and then just kind of binge it all at once. So I'm getting a little annoyed with Attack on Titan how slow it's being released. But already said enough about that. We'll move on to next season here, and it's gonna be summer. First anime, Call of the Night. I would have to say this is probably gonna be another anime of the year nominee. I don't think it's gonna win anime of the year, but I think it deserves to be in the discussion for sure. Um, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really do think I was talking about this earlier. If I want to put summertime rendering in the discussion as well, I might put this in discussion. I don't think it'll win, but I think it deserves at least a head nod. So you know what? Good anime. We'll put you in a nomination list. You're not going to win, but this is just to show that we respect you. That's kind of why I'm putting this here. So yeah, I'm kind of changing that rating right now. But anyways, Call of Night. Let's go back to Call of Night. All right. So yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot about this manga before the anime came out, and I was gonna start reading it. I just forgot about it, so it's like, well, anime's out. Might as well just go ahead and read it. And I thought it was pretty solid. I mean, the art style is unique, music's really good, the voice acting is good, all the characters are pretty interesting, and yeah, the story that it's telling, you know, it's pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing, how the story progresses. I am going to start reading the manga. I am going to start reading the manga. And you guys know I just bought a Nazuna figure. So I love me some Nazuna. And yeah, I think it should be a nominee. Don't think it's going to win Anime of the Year. That's not what I'm saying. But I think it deserves to be in the list. Man, I got single dedicated who aren't ready for anime just yet. Nah, a few more years. You'll get them there. Yeah, it's worth waiting for. Attack on Titan. Yeah. Love Ko. Yeah, Ko's cool. Ko's cool. He's a nice main character too. So let me not overlook him at all. I'm thinking who else. I mean, even his friend Akira is pretty cool. The other vampires I'm enjoying. So yeah, Call of Night. I'm gonna start reading the manga. Here we are. Overlord season 4. Now Overlord season 4. I actually watched Overlord season 1 when it first came out, but I just watched Overlord 2 and Overlord seasons 2 and 3 while Overlord 4 was airing, and then I watched Overlord 4. So I watched it all at once. Vampire Hunter School too. Yeah, Vampire Hunter School. Like I said, the entire cast in Call of Night's really good. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Comey. I love when an anime can really kind of expand on like the side characters a lot. So we'll see. I'm hoping we see more of her and more of the other people going forward. I'm assuming we do. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna start reading the manga probably this week. I really like it. You know, I'm Overlord already. So I would say Overlord season 4. Now Overlord seasons 2 and 3. The reason I'm just now watching those this season is because I did not like seasons 2 and 3 that much. They were okay. They were okay. They were kind of hard to get through for me, kind of a pain. But season 4 made up for it. Much better season. I mean, it's a strong B. I'm not gonna like give it an A. I don't think it's quite that good, but very strong B, maybe even high B. But it was a good series or a good season. Seasons 2 and 3 again, just kind of hard. The Lizard Man art, bro. I was so that's where I stopped. That's where I stopped. I was a struggle. It was a struggle getting through that. Even the second time, I was like, oh my god, it was rough. But we got through it. We got through it, and it was worth it. I do love I love all the characters in Overlord 4, all the main characters. Um, yeah, I'm trying to see who is that. Oh, it was the butler Tien. This guy, his arc though. I think it was in season 2. Was it season 2? Into season 2, I think, or maybe it's been in season 3. But this guy was a complete badass. So I enjoyed his art. That kind of made up for whatever season he was in the beginning of his season. But yeah, he was pretty cool. Yeah, solid B. I love. I want to get at some point. I do have an Albedo figure coming in the next few months. He's one of your favorite characters. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I enjoyed his character, his arc. He's a smooth dude. He's my type of character to begin with. So yeah, season 4. And who else do I like from? I want to see more. What is her name? She has a figure coming out too, but I cannot remember her name. I can't remember her name because they don't give her enough screen time, which is why I couldn't like justify buying her figure. Um, Dang, where is she? I prefer Shoutier over Albedo. Yeah, my friend is like that too. Actually, no, my friend enjoys them both equally. I'll say that. I'm definitely more of a Albedo guy, but I respect your opinion on Shoutier. She's a good girl too. A little crazy, but she's a good girl. I mean, they're all crazy. Let's be real. They're all crazy. Ah, Beta. That's it. Lupus Regina. So I was like thinking about getting this figure, but I couldn't justify it. I just couldn't justify it. She's how much is she? 22,800 yen, comes out in July. Alter, I'm sure she's gonna be a good figure, but I could not justify paying for her at that time. If I see her like later on the year in a month where I don't have a lot of pre-orders, I might pick her up. But for now, had to pass. Yeah, I like that figure. I like that figure. And I like her character. Like, I wish they give her a little bit more screen time. She only had like maybe like one episode really, um, in the past 4 seasons where they kind of give her like, more than like a few lines. But yeah, it's a dope figure. Dope figure. All right, next is going to be. Wait, let me get my windows back. All right. So next we have what's that? Made in Abyss. What season is this? This season 3. This is the third season. I don't know what season this is, but third, fourth season, whatever season it is. Made in Abyss. I will give it a. I would give it a low A. I think I actually like all these other anime better than Made in Abyss. Well, it was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. And if you know Made in Abyss, this season was just a little weird. It was a little bit on the weird side for me, which is why I don't think I could put it in Anime of the Year nominee, at least for me. I think other people probably could put it in Anime of the Year, but I couldn't. It was just a little too weird with that stuff going on in that community. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'll just say that. So yeah, Main Abyss. I really do like the show, but just the eight or the soundtrack is excellent. You're right. You are absolutely right about that. But yeah, I mean it's a solid A. Let me be twisted. That's still a good rating. Now, of course, I'm looking forward to the next season. All right, here's another anime that I dropped. I can't remember the name of it. This is Yakuza Guide to Babysitting. That's right. So this wasn't like a bad anime, and I have friends that watched it and enjoyed it very much. And I got about 6 or 7 episodes in, and this is kind of like Shigemorio for me. It just wasn't my type of anime. And that's pretty much what it came down to. It was very wholesome. I'll definitely say that. It just didn't really, it didn't really vibe with me as much. So I was like, it's fine, but I have other things I want to do, other things I want to watch. So, I just kind of stopped watching it pretty much. I watched 6 episodes. I gave it a 6 rating on my anime list, which is fine. And it has a 7.78, so it's a pretty high rating. So And I think I did kind of like skim through some later episodes. But yeah, I officially stopped at episode 6. And here is the last, I think, anime that I dropped. This anime. Oh, this anime was so annoying. I did not like this anime. This is My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. And sounds like a spicy title, but I just did not like the characters in this anime, specifically the male protagonist. I don't remember his name, but he was this smug character. Just thought he was better than everyone. I don't know. I didn't like him at all. So I dropped it. Didn't even get a rating. Kind of whatever. I got pretty deep into the season though. I got about 6 episodes in. So a lot of these, series that I watched and dropped, I watched a decent amount of it before giving up on it. But this definitely wasn't for me. So drop that. My friend watches everything. He doesn't drop anything. But he watched like all this stuff, and yeah, he was like, yeah, no point watching it all. Oh, okay. This is the last anime. Another anime I dropped. It's like My Maid is something. The maid I hired recently is mysterious. Man, it's kind of boring. Yeah, I'm thinking pretty far. Before I drop. I give things a lot of time usually before I drop anime. And the reason I drop it is because, not so much because like the anime is like terrible. It's more so I just rather do other things, That's pretty much what it is. Like I could be playing video games. I could be just watching a TV show, something like that. I might rewatch some old anime instead. He did. You got a figure of the maid? Yep. I pre-ordered her as well. Is it one with the cat ears or bunny ears? What's her name again? Lilith? Yeah. Oh no, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I also ordered this figure. This figure, right? Yeah. I have her on pre-order as well, my friend. Don't feel bad. I watched a few episodes. Definitely not that great of a show, but I pre-ordered the figure. So we are in this together. This comes out in May. Okay. There's another version with her with cat ears. If you had to order it from, I ordered actually both of them. I'm trying to figure out which picture. So yeah, this is her with the cat ears and the cat tail. So I did order both. I ordered one from Amiyami. I can't remember where I ordered the other one from. Oh, actually, no, it's probably money. I ordered the other one from Nin. So I ordered the one with the cat ears from Nin. I forgot how much it costs. It's definitely a little bit more expensive. So I might just end up getting the one from Amiyami and saving money. I think the bunny ears are fine, but the cat ears are pretty cute too. A different faceplate too, actually. Now I just noticed. I'm not sure that faceplate comes with it. But yeah. Face looks good. Yep, dark skin bunny made. Yep. Same here, bro. Same here. So she's on pre-order. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the pre-order, but we'll see what that month is gonna be looking like. And what the money's gonna be looking like. But I have her. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that one. All right. So next anime that we have here. Is this from this season? Okay. Kakaguri Twin. I actually just watched this like yesterday. Do you and the missus watch anime together, or do you? She have final taste, or she like? No, she watches. We just watched. She doesn't watch everything, so she so far on my list that I have here. She just got finished watching Kaguya season 1 through 3, so all of it. She's watching Spy Family. She watched Summertime Render. She watches Demon Slayer. She watches Attack on Titan. And that's it. So she's watched all that. She watches with me. And there are a few other shows I think here that, like, she's definitely open to it, but I know her taste, so I don't recommend everything to her, but yeah. She's watching Chainsaw Man. And I think that's it. I might have her watch like a couple other animes as well. Yeah. She definitely watches with me. Not all the time, but she watches a good amount. All right, Kakegurui Twin. So I actually just finished watching this today. I started yesterday. I finished watching it today, and I thought this was okay. Um, yeah, I just thought it was okay. I'm trying to think what I want to give it. You get to see more Mary, which is cool, but I didn't really dig the these 6 episodes as much as I did the original show. I'm trying to think. I might give this like a high C, low B. It was an okay little spinoff. Nothing like too groundbreaking, but it was okay. It did make me want to get the Mary figure where she's laying on the what's it called, the poker table. So I might end up getting a Mary figure at this point. I did like Mary. I just didn't like the story that she was in and how it was told, and it was okay. I do like Kakaguri though. I like the anime. If I were to Kakaguri the anime, it would probably be like a B. But the spinoff was just kind of meh. And here's another big disappointment. Jesus, this Devil's a Part Timer season 2. I only watched the first season. I need to catch up. I heard it's like Food Wars with gambling. Haven't tried it. Yeah, pretty much like Food Wars with gambling. That's actually a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. And the gambling games that they play are really interesting. For the most part, one reason why I didn't like this spinoff is because like there was one game that they were playing which wasn't as interesting for me. Um, so yeah, that's kind of one reason why I kind of give the spinoff a low rating. But yeah, it's a pretty decent anime. I would give it like a low, solid B, low B, something like B minus, something like that. That's a great figure, and on the cheaper side, yeah, it's been on my like cart in Amiyami for a while now, and I think at some point I'm gonna pull the trigger. Actually, I think if it's still available, like in February, so I think January I'm spending already have enough. I think my plate is full in terms of figures for January, but if I see it still available in February, I'll probably get it then. This is like about on Amiyami right now. It's like $95, so yeah, it's pretty cheap. All right, next anime, The Devil's a Part Timer, season 2. This is gonna be a C for me. Um, it was okay. It was okay. It was a little slow. Definitely not as good as season 1. Not as funny, and I don't know. I was pretty disappointed with this sequel. So I had just finished rewatching like the first season, probably like earlier this year, and I had a good time with it. But this season just didn't do it for me. Just didn't do it for me. First season came out in 2013, so 9 years. Yeah, it was just a little too wholesome for me, I guess if you want to call it that. But yeah, I barely made it through this one. This is one I almost dropped as well, actually, but we made it through. We made it through. I agree. Shigemori dropped that so fast. MC Bad Luck was not for me. Yeah, that little shtick of the bad luck for the protagonist or the male protagonist and Shigemori just got kind of old, and it's like, yeah, okay, we're done here. We're done here. All right, next we have a big one here, Cyberpunk. Ooh, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this? Cyberpunk, The Edge Runners. I think this easily goes into Anime of the Year nomination. And I think it has a better chance than like Hollow Knight and Summertime Rendering for sure. But this anime was terrific. Well, it wasn't terrific. It definitely has some flaws, at least from me, towards in terms of like the pacing in like the last like 3 episodes or so. The pacing was just a little bit too fast, but I really enjoyed this anime. I really did enjoy this anime. I never played the game. I do have the game like just sitting somewhere. I think I have it on PC or yeah PC. My friend bought it for me. Um, I haven't played it yet, but yeah, the anime was just terrific. You got me to try the game again? Yeah, I have. I want to play it at some point. It's probably actually might be my next game. I guess it was on my list of games coming out this year. But yeah, what's going on, Corey Clay? Man, you disappeared, say hi, and just left for like an hour and a half. Sorry, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I've been watching more older anime than new ones through. Oh yeah, me and my wife actually just started watching Monster. It's on Netflix right now. I think it's like the first 30 episodes only though. But yeah, my wife loves Monster. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite anime of all time as well. So we're gonna slowly watch that on Netflix. Hopefully they get the other episodes. Like I said, I think it just stops at 30 or something like that. So yeah, I feel you on that, man. Nothing wrong watching some old anime. I hope to get more. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be talking about Like Rico and Bochi in a little bit, I guess. Been watching anime since like 2005. Never gave Monster a try. Had to try then. Yeah, it's an old anime. Like when you watch it, it's not widescreen. It's still nice square ratio. It's not it's not pretty. Actually, not let me say that. It's still very well drawn and art style's nice. Voice acting's really good. Animation's pretty decent from what I've seen. We've only watched like a couple episodes in the past like past couple days, and it still kind of holds up pretty well. It's just kind of a little grainy, I guess you want to call it, and yeah. But Monster definitely one of uh, my wife's and I actual favorite anime. Let's see. All right, here we go. We got the farm. Oh, Cyberpunk. So yeah, Cyberpunk definitely could be is a strong contender for anime of the year. I don't think it'll win anime of the year, but well done to Netflix and the studio that made this. Who made this? Oh, Trigger. Yeah, definitely has kind of like that Kill la Kill vibe for sure. So well done with Cyberpunk. Really good. Really good. My wife hasn't watched this yet, but I'm gonna get her to watch it at some point. Lucy, love Lucy. Rebecca, good cast. Good cast. Yeah, yeah. Watch it on the CRT. Yeah, man. That's probably when I watched it. It's definitely old. I can't remember when it came out, but it's definitely old anime. All right, so there you go. Cyberpunk. Next. Let's get through these last ones in this season. The pharmacy anime, Parallel World Pharmacy. This was okay. I think this anime was like really good leading up to like the end. I mean, it was an isekai, but it was kind of interesting. It's about a pharmacist and he has powers, which helps him like kind of create medicines in this world that doesn't have medicines. He can like create literal like materials out of nothing. And he's a genius pharmacist that can just memorize everything from his old life. Um, and this is actually decent anime, seeing how he's kind of bringing like modern science to this kind of medieval world. It was interesting, but then it got to the end, and then like the boss or the bad guy, which is kind of dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Like after a while, it has to be separate to Isekai altogether. Yeah, I try not to watch as much. Like my friend like watches all the Isekai, um, and I'm only looking at a few of them. So I would say I try to look at ones that just are different to some degree. And this one was okay. Like it was good, and I would probably actually give it a low B. But the ending, they just dropped the ball. So kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointing. But we'll give it a strong C. It was okay. Next, we have good old Rent a Girlfriend, Rag, Rag, Rag. This is gonna be a C. You know, this is my guilty pleasure. The anime's terrible. It probably should be a D to be honest, but we're gonna give it a B. We're gonna give it a low B, guys. I like Rent a Girlfriend. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I love this anime. It's just so trashy, but I just can't help watching it. I enjoy every minute of it. Chizuru, love me some Chizuru, Mami, Sumi, Ruka. Don't don't judge me. We're gonna give it a low B. If I had a unique, it's got saying, but they kind of just threw in a typical situation again into it. Yeah, pretty much. It was okay. Like I don't know. Boy, can't wait till they adapt that one chapter scene. Oh boy, I haven't read the manga. I don't want to read the manga. I'm just gonna watch the anime. Here I am buying all the rag merch. Yeah, I have a couple of Chizuru figures in my pre-order list right now. I had a Ruka one that's coming out pretty soon on my pre-order list, but I dropped it. I had too many figures coming out during this month, and if it gets binned, I might pick it up at some other point. But yeah, I dropped it. Oh no! Oh man! Oh, oof. Okay. I actually pressed back on my browser. All right, we're getting to next season, boys. Next season, fall. I'm trying to think. How many anime? Not as much as spring. Yeah, not quite as many anime this season compared to spring, but still a lot. Still a lot. Don't get me wrong. This is all spring or fall. You feel like summertime rating was on the same? Yeah, it was. Like I put it, anime of the year nomination. I think it gets it. I don't think it's gonna win anime of the year, but I think it deserves a head nod. And I think one reason it's so underrated is because it's still in Disney jail. That's why. I don't think as many people have watched it because it's still not on Crunchyroll or anything like that, which is a shame. So yeah, I don't know why they're killing their own show. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. All right, here we go. Fall. Lyco Rico, anime of the year. I don't think it's gonna win, but nah, it should be anime of the year. A rating, anime of the year. Nah, I don't think it should be anime of the year. And the reason I don't think it should be anime of the year is because I feel like the story is pretty weak. The story was not that great in my opinion. It was the worst aspect of the anime. But saying that, I still very much enjoyed watching this anime every week. Um, Chisato Takana, you know, love the relationship, just the chemistry between them, all the other characters as well. The other characters didn't really get as big of parts, but they were there, and it was just really wholesome. I don't want to say necessarily wholesome because they're killing people all the time, but it just kind of felt wholesome at times. And yeah, not quite anime of the year for sure. Doesn't I don't think it deserves to be on that row with the other ones, but definitely one that I really enjoyed. Trying to see what rating did I give it? Oh wait. Oh wait, we're still in summer. My bad. I'm thinking we're in I think we're in fall. I'm tripping so hard. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I always get my seasons mixed up when it comes to anime just because of how they name things, but whatever. My wife is so invested in your like a Rico take. She says anime year, but happy with A. I mean, like I said, I can understand like a Rico being some people's anime of the year. I really can. Even I was like deciding between it should be nominated or not, right? I think, like I said, I feel like the story was a little bit on the weak side. It's kind of not the best in my opinion. Um, and I don't think they really I feel like the story was just kind of a vehicle to kind of progress the relationship between kind of Takana and Chisato more so than anything. And then kind of at the end, they bring in the villain and try to get him to relate to Chisato in a way which I didn't really, I kind of understood, but it really vibe with too much. But I do want to see more. I want to see a season two. I don't think we're going to get one, I guess, because I mean, this is an original anime. So there's no manga, no source material. But I would like to see a season two just to see more of this. Whatever that what was the organization called that gave Chisato the heart? Whatever that organization's called, I want to see more of that and what's going on with that. And yeah, they were building an interesting world that I feel like I just want more of, but I feel like I'm not gonna get more of. If Kojima loved it, then you know it's good. It's huge in Japan. Oh, I believe that. I believe it. I feel like a '90s action movie. Yeah, I agree with that. Anime of the year. Yeah, we'll get to. We'll look at all the nominations soon. But yeah, your list seems pretty solid. They made a light novel side story that was flying off the shelves. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, like I said, the relationship between Chisato and Takina and just that story between them was just really well done. The Allen Institute. Thank you. So yeah, I would like to see more of like what the Allen Institute's doing in that world and all this other stuff going on. So I'm hoping we get more, but it's feel like they ended the anime in a position where I don't know, they're retired, but maybe they can come out of retirement. Where are they at? In like Hawaii at the end of it? Um, so yeah, I mean, strong A. Give it definitely a strong A. Not quite Anime of the Year nominee, but yeah, it gets out there. Just because again, it's a anime original. They did pretty well. And another anime original is our next anime here, and that's Engage Kiss. I would give Engage Kiss like a B, solid, maybe a low B. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't like blown away by it. Just again another original. I like the fact that this anime it was kind of fairly mature, um, in terms of like just relationships in the anime, but it just wasn't like a Rico for sure. It was okay. I wasn't like too invested in it. Like this is one that I wasn't like looking forward to every season or every week to watch. So yeah, for me it'd be like a low B. It's good enough to stay out of the C category, but for his wife here to say that the writer Lico Rico was picked because of the previous work was "What if Girl in Debt?" and the only way it was to assassinate Ronald McDonald, and the showrunners loved the absurdity. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I need to do some more research on that writer. I thought I like I said, I really thought the world that he was building was pretty interesting. Like I said, I felt like the main story with the green haired dude, whatever his name is, was okay. But the weaker aspect of the show, for sure. Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool though. I'll have to look that up. I'm about to Google it right now, actually. Yeah, it's my Google list. Yeah, I want to see about this light novel too, because I would love to read that. What did it? You know what the light novel covered? Like what the side story was about? And yeah, like I said, I can definitely imagine this being popular in Japan. This anime that doesn't surprise me one bit. I'm sure they have a lot of like pop ups of all type of things going on related to like Rico. Ayano son had to be cursed with blue hair. Yeah, she she was I think she was probably my favorite character in that show, but yeah, she did have the curse. And Sharon, the nun, was just absurd. But yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about Engage because it was okay. It was all right. I'm trying to shout out all the series knowledge y'all dropping. Yeah, man. Like I said, if you need something to watch, just start everything above. I mean, everything above A for sure. You should watch even stuff in the B category you might like. I would say B category. You either is your type of anime or it's not your type of anime. I'll just say that. C stuff you can kind of pass on. C and below you can pass on. All right, Isekai. Another Isekai. Or is it Isekai? I don't know. Isekai Oji-san. I'm going to give this a strong, or not strong. We'll give it a solid A. I just really enjoyed the show. I think it's hilarious. It's hilarious because this guy reminds me of my friend. Oji-san actually reminds me of a friend of mine who is a hardcore Sega fan. Sega Genesis, Sega fanboy. And we call him Oji-san now. We meme him all the time. Oji-san covering 3 seasons. Yeah, good old COVID, right? Good old COVID with Oji-san. Pick back up. I heard that they were on break again because of COVID again or something. So, but Oji-san solid A. Solid. I think it came back from break strong. Those like first like 2 episodes after it came back were like hilarious. So yeah, this is definitely A for me. Definitely A for me. I would even dare. I'm not putting an anime of the year nominee. It wouldn't get anime of the year, but I don't know. For me, I think it could go into that category as well. I just really enjoyed it. Sorry, like Rico. I love you, but Oji-san is just my boy. I love Sundere, Elf, Mabel. Just such good characters. Final episode, I think. Damn. Definitely round is the MCD Assassinate line now if anyone's interested. Thank you for letting us know. I'm gonna at least I'm adding this to I'm just pulling up a Google page real quick so I can try to find it. I'll just look up the author later and see. Is the light novel by the same author, I'm assuming? Let's see. All right, Izuka Oji-san. All right, damn, I forgot the season actually bigger than I thought. All right, next we'll fly through these last few here. Um, this is that Vermeil. This is a C. I'm just gonna put it in C. Vermeil and Gold or whatever it's called. Um, Kind of a harem anime magic school. It's okay. The story's not terrible. The magic aspect of it and the fighting, I think, is a little weak. Weak aspect of it. Main girl, Vermeil, best girl, I guess. So it's cool. It's cool. We'll see. If we get any figures of her, we'll see. Nothing too special here. Definitely a C. Oh my gosh! And then we have our next anime, which is Harm in the Labyrinth of Another World. This is definitely another C, maybe a D. I don't know. Definitely etchy stuff going on here. If that's your thing. Not gonna say much more about that. Lots of etchiness. Oh man, that anime was so ridiculous. The premise is interesting, but man, they go all in on the etchiness. Pretty much a hentai for the most part. I'm not sure where that line blurs between like hentai and anime, but this is definitely D for degenerate. I'm a degenerate, so I'm giving it a C, my friend. Okay, this is my bias kicking in. Leave me alone. All right, you're right. You're right. All right. These two go into D. Let me put these in D. This for meal. Actually, what am I doing? Why? I forgot we had a D category. That's why these go into D's. Okay, we just rearranged everything. These go into D's. I kind of lost track of what I was putting in C for a sec, but these are definitely better than all of these down here. So there we go. That's better. This makes more sense to me now. I was just throwing things into C just because I was like, whatever. But this is more accurate. I'll say I'll say Vermeil. If Vermeil has like potential with the story and whatnot, it's just kind of the animation is kind of boring and this, yeah, that was a part timers. Second season not that great. First season's really good. I mean, first season's like a solid B plus, but it just falls off really hard in the second season. I mean, pretty much the premise behind it is he was a demon lord. He has to leave his world. He gets isekai essentially to our world, and he loses his powers, and he has to earn a job working at a fast food restaurant. That's pretty much it. And he's trying to get back to his world or take over the human world. It's a thing. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Let's see. Next we have Denmachi season 4. So Denmachi, season 1 I enjoyed. Then the next couple seasons I was like it was just kind of okay, but season 4 is pretty solid. I liked it enough. I would put it in a solid B. I'm just gonna put it in the middle. So it's good. We'll leave it at that. If I were to give like season 2 and 3 a rating, it would probably be more like a C. But I would say season 4 did enough for me to put it back into the B rating. So wait so many years we got that hunk of junk. Yeah, I know. Wait, like what? Like 9, 10 years or something like that. It was stupid. Oh, season 2? Yeah, season 2. This girl who's like a something. I don't know. I don't remember. It was so stupid. I don't even want to talk about it. All right. Now we're into fall season. Chainsaw Man, clearly anime of the year nomination, which put it definitely in contention for anime of the year. And the thing I like about Chainsaw Man, it's just how well the story is written in terms of like the pacing. It's just gritty. It's not your average shonen for sure. And I just like how it's just pacing. It's just good storytelling, gets to the point, moves the story forward very quickly. You're not kind of like just lounging around doing nothing. Everything progresses a story. So Hessia's bestie quit Damachi after season 2. Yeah, season 4 is good though. I would say that season 4 is good. I'm just saying it. But yeah, Chainsaw Man. I think it's just the thing about Chainsaw Man and with shonen like in this day and age is that these authors and these writers, they all kind of go back. They watch like, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, all these old shonen anime and manga, and they improve on the flaws of those, older shows, older manga. Because, Bleach, we're talking about that in a second. It had its pacing issues. It was a little, it has its problems, right? But I feel like Chainsaw Man, it just really just, I mean, it's 90 chapters, I think, 95 chapters, less than 100 chapters, 90 to 100 chapters or something in this first part. And it just does the story so well. It jumps right and you figure it out it's just kind of intuitive in how they tell the story, what's going down. They give you enough, like, I'm not sure if how many have actually watched it. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying to make sure I don't spoil anything, but yeah. Chainsaw Man, probably one of the best shonens. Not one of the best animes I've watched, just one of the best shonens I've watched in a while. And I expect that just because, again, these people can just pick up on older anime, older manga, improve on how, those stories were told and just kind of retell them. Like, we don't have like a big training tournament arc in Chainsaw Man, right? That's not here, right? We're in it. We're in the grittiness of the story. So I felt like, to me, the Chainsaw Man and Ash felt a little too clean to me. Like, it looked too beautiful, if that makes sense. I heard people say that. I kind of get what you mean, but I'm enjoying it. I'm thinking like they're putting money into this. Like, I'm okay with the animation and whatnot. Like, but I think I know what you're saying. I've heard people say that. I have heard people say that they don't like it's just too clean and yada yada yada, all those stuff like that. And I have heard people say that. But in terms of like the production value, I think it's just good. I think it's good. I ain't signed a position to redo it. Oh yeah, I saw about the petition too. And I'm like, y'all tripping. Come on, guys, please. Like, it might not be what you expected, but it's not bad either. I mean, it is clean. I see what you're saying. I wish it could be. Well, I wish the anime could be a little bit more gorier for sure, but in terms of like just the animation and whatnot, I understand what you're saying. What makes Shonen better than before is that there's no filler episodes, no just supporting streak episodes, and like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, exactly, right? Like even Bleach, I feel like has like in this season has some filler episodes. It's just the story is just kind of like I don't know. We'll talk about Bleach later, but we'll talk about Bleach later. So yeah, Chainsaw Man, definitely nomination for Anime of the Year for sure. And just talking about the characters real quick. I mean, I love Power. Power is absolutely hilarious. When Power and Denji were fighting the old man, hilarious. When they were trying to surprise them in their apartment building, they were wearing and they're wearing the glasses. Oh, I was cracking up. So I read the manga, but I haven't read the manga in like over a year. At least these chapters. So it's definitely been a while. But yeah, I was just cracking up. Power is definitely hilarious. And I love Denji. Denji's characters, he's real, right? He's real. He's a little stupid, I guess, but that's just a life he kind of. People, you gotta realize that's just how he grew up in a very tough environment, and he didn't have anything. So when his motivation is he wants to kiss a girl, he wants to grab some boobs or anything like that. I mean, how old is he? I don't even know how old Denji is actually. Denji is 16. So yeah, I mean he's still a kid, right? That's what kids think about at that age. And people just call him like simple, like oh he's a 16-year-old. You're probably thinking that way too. Yeah, he's mad simple, but I respect that. Like, okay, I get it. You want to make money. You want to be with a girl, and that's it. I mean, he's had a hard life, right? Like he doesn't expect to live for that long. He never did. But yeah, yeah. Power and Dingy are absolutely hilarious. I love it. I have a Power wallpaper on my computer right now. This is gonna be Vinland Saga versus Jujutsu Kaisen this year. Yeah, Vinland Saga. Can't wait. We love Vinland Saga, but he is direct. Yeah, he is direct. Yeah, I'm not sure when next season's gonna come out, but I can't wait. All right, let's move on to the next anime. So next we have Mob Psycho. This is season 3, and I thought this season was good. I thought it was good. Like it was not as good as like season 2, but I think like the last 2 3 episodes, the last arc of this season really brought it up for me. Like before this last arc, I thought it was good. It was definitely more probably I would say a B plus than an A, but I felt like this last arc with Mob and his kind of character development really brought it back up to an A for me. Yeah, season 2 was a very high bar. So yeah, anime of the year I can't put Mob at anime of the year for sure, but I did enjoy it. I still did enjoy it. I think if you like Mob Psycho, I mean, you're gonna watch season 3 and still enjoy it. Yeah, you'll like season 3. It's not like I said season 2 very high bar. Okay, it's season two's anime of the year for sure. Well, maybe not, but it was definitely a nomination anime of the year. Season 3 is a little bit toned down. Isn't it's yeah. You'll see when you watch it. You'll see when you watch it. It's solid all the way through. Not as good, but then the last like 2 or 3 episodes, the last little arc that they tell really kind of elevates it a little bit more with his character development. Oshinoko? What is that? I haven't even looked at like anime coming up. I'm gonna do an episode on that later though. Oh, Kage author. Okay. Also, like live action Netflix as well as both versions of Kagurumi. Kagurumi. Oh, Kakiguri. Gotcha. Yeah, Kaguri's good. I enjoyed it. I was just talking about Kaguri earlier, actually. Okay. Wait, what were we talking about? Mob. All right. So yeah, Mob definitely a for me. Pretty good, but not quite as good as season two. Not quite good enough to be anime of the year for me this year. Oh, excuse me. Next we have Gundam, Witch from Mercury. Ooh, I would give Gundam Witch from Mercury. It's still airing, so it's kind of hard for me to give this anime a real score right now because it's still airing. And I don't know how it's going to end. So as of now, if I were to give it a rating, it would probably be like a high B. And I haven't watched a Gundam anime in a while, but I'm really enjoying this one. But yeah, I would give it a B, and I'm gonna see where it goes. I'm gonna see where it goes. But overall, enjoying it. Animations are excellent. Everything about it in terms of production value is really, really good. So it's still too early to really kind of say if it could be an A. I think it could be an A, depending on how this season ends. It's Oh wait, did it end? Did I not watch? Holy crap! I haven't updated my anime list on this anime yet. How many episodes has it been? I can't even remember what happened last episode. Let me see. I thought it was longer. It's 12 episodes. Okay, so we do have one more episode. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, one more episode. Soleta Sundays are a holiday for me. Yeah, I love the character dynamic between Soleta and Miorni. So yeah, we'll see how this ends. But I think definitely it's a high B for me right now. It could possibly be. I don't know if I can put in an A. I'll say yeah. I'll say a high B. Last episode is Sunday, then April continuing. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, I mean the production value is pretty good on this anime. The story isn't too bad. I feel like the story is still starting to pick up a little bit. Kind of like the beginning started off pretty strong. The middle felt a little bit like they were still trying to give you kind of a tour of kind of trying to tell you what's going on um, inside like the academy and the world that they're in and whatnot. And now it's really starting to pick up in these last few episodes. So yeah, I think so far pretty good. Let's see. Next we have To Your Eternity. Now I'm pretty sure this one is still airing as well. And this no, I think some people aren't like a big fan of the second season. Um, I think they thought when they watched the first season and they saw how emotional it was and all the stuff that was going on that was going to kind of continue. Um, they're just their expectations is and this season really didn't kind of meet their expectations when compared to the first season. I'll say that. And I understand that, but I'm still really enjoying the story with To Your Turn. I actually read the manga, so I know where it's going already. And yeah, it gets pretty crazy in this later half. So I would give it like a solid B, not a high B, but somewhere in the middle here. And yeah, I'm still pretty much enjoying Fushi and seeing his growth as a human for the most part. But yeah, I know I already know what's gonna happen at the end. So I might be being a little biased here, kind of jumping ahead of myself, but yeah, I'll give it a solid B. At the prison island arc. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's why I say I think I would probably give it like a low B up until now, but I think by the time the season ends, like I think the end of this season will bring it back up to like a solid B. So I'm being a little. I know what's gonna happen because I read the manga. Um, so spoiler, sorry. It does get better though. The ending is pretty should be pretty good. The last arc where they're gonna be defending a city is gonna get should be pretty crazy. Should be pretty crazy. So yeah, to your eternity, I'll give it a solid B just because I already know kind of what's gonna happen. So, spoiler, my bad. Wasn't the same after my boy Gugu. Yeah, I know Gugu's my boy too, man. I feel you. Keep watching though, man. It's gonna be like I said. The end of this season, you'll it's gonna be worth it. I promise you. I promise you. If you can get through the end of the season, it should be worth it for you. If it's not, you can come back, leave a comment on one of my videos, and yell at me. All right. Next we have what is this? Oh, reincarnated as a sword. Another Isekai on my list here. I'll give it a solid B. It's actually better than I thought it was gonna be. I did not start watching this until like halfway through the season. I I resisted. I resisted for a long time, but my friend who watches all the Isekai tempted me into watching it. I think I watched it when I was like flying. I was flying somewhere. I just needed something to watch. So separate Isekai tier list. I know. Let's see how many Isekai do we have so far. Let's see. Isekai Oji-san, I guess that counts. Koning, I guess, kind of counts too, right? Overlord, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is another world too, essentially. Part timer, 9. Okay, we got like 9 or 10. Shut up. Leave me alone. Anyways, reincarnated as a sword. I actually thought this anime was a lot better than I thought. Like it was good. I maybe like a low B. I don't know. I like Fran. Fran is the little cat girl that you see holding the sword, and she is so damn adorable. Like seriously, she is super super adorable, and I love her and her interactions with the sword, the guy that got reincarnated as a sword. It's wholesome. It's very wholesome, and he's not like he is kind of OP a little bit as a sword. He can like fly himself around. He's killing all these monsters by himself to get stronger, but he's not like totally OP. He's not like Overlord OP. He still like gets damaged and whatnot, and he still has a hard time doing fights. But yeah, anyways, Fran's super cute. I have her Nindo on pre-order because yeah, Fran is just super cute. I think that's the kind of the reason why I watch this anime actually. It's because of Fran. And the story's not that bad. The story's actually not that bad. Like this first season here is just kind of the intro into like Fran meeting the sword and yada yada. But I feel like the next few seasons, I feel like they have potential to be something good when she's actually going out on an adventure and whatnot. So we'll see. Now the next anime we have here is going to be a Netflix original. It's going to be the Romantic Killer. And this anime was really good. This is definitely going to be a high B for me. Um, it's a rom com, but it's just so unique. It's just so unique. So the art style is pretty unique. The animation's not too bad and whatnot, but it's a very interesting story. And if you need something to watch, I definitely recommend that you guys watch this. It was it met it. I heard good things about it, so I won't say it met my expectations, but actually kind of beat out my expectations. It kind of lived up to the hype that people were telling me about it. So it's definitely a strong B for sure. And if you want to know the premise behind it, pretty much this girl, she's kind of just a high schooler who's not interested in anything about like love. She's a plays video games, watches anime, loves her cat, all this other stuff, and then somehow this magical things gets sent to her world. It's a magic potato or something, and this magic potato is trying to get her to fall in love, and it's doing this by pretty much putting her into a little dating sim. So this magical little creature can just make things happen so that she runs into all of these good looking guys, and it's just a whole thing. And she's just resisting the, you know, just resisting all the guys and just trying to fall in love with them, and that the little magic potato thing. I don't even know what he's called, but anyways, I would definitely recommend watching it. I'll just say that. Romantic Killer, Netflix original. It's 12 episodes, so pretty standard. And yeah, it has an 8.14 on my anime list. So pretty good. It's a pretty good rating. So good job, Netflix. Netflix, they've been picking up some good shows this season. Who the studio I never heard of, Domerica. So yeah, pretty small studio did this, and they don't really have that much anime on their list. One, two, three, four, five anime, and this is their highest rated one. So need something to watch. Romantic Killer. Definitely recommend watching it. Next we got Uzuka-chan. Oh, I said Uzuka. Ozaki-chan. Season 2. Uzaki-chan season 2 for me was not bad. Low B rom com. Um, it's not even really romance. It's kind of comedy actually, but it's getting to the romance aspect of it, I guess, in the story. Hana, she's cool, I guess. B, I don't know. I'm like something between like a high C or low B. We're just gonna keep it in low B. It's not bad. If you like the first season, you'll like the second season. I'll just say that. It's pretty much more of the same stuff. They do advance in terms of like the relationship between the two characters, main characters, but you know, you'll have to watch. All right, here we go. Bochi-san, Bochi the Rock. Mm, this is another pleasant surprise. So my top big surprises this year would be Bochi the Rock, Izukai Oji-san. I'm missing one. Where is it? Oh, Koming, Aowashi. There are quite a few surprises, and when these surprises are big. So for me, clearly, Anime of the Year nomination. It's pretty much K-On, but not as K-On. They tone it down. This one got my Anime of the Year. Yeah, it's really good. Like I'm trying to get my friend to watch it, but it's what kind of genre are they putting this in? I want to see what the score is too. Bochi the Rock has an 8.99 on my anime list right now. Decent amount of votes as well. It is. They put it as a straight comedy, but girl with social anxiety, kind of like Komi-san, but just kind of on crack, where she can barely leave her room, talk to people, and she just has these delusions in her head that she's gonna become a rock star and everyone's gonna love her. I mean, the premise behind it is, I think it's actually pretty good. I actually think it's pretty good. But the animation and different animation styles behind this anime are just excellent. Just excellent. And the storytelling is just all good. Sense of humor and different animation styles are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So we're all on the same page here. So, like I said, for me, yeah, definitely a strong contender for anime of the year. Strong contender, without a doubt. So pleasant surprise. I was not expecting that when I started watching it, and it just got better. Like the first episode was good, it just kept getting better and better. I just kept on getting excited to watch the next episode. So cannot wait for the next season. I might even read the manga at this point. So I like actually reading manga after I like watch the anime because then it's easier for me to kind of like, just kind of when I'm reading, just kind of imagine their voices in my head. So they got you watching psychological reactions to Bochi. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, there's so many reaction videos on YouTube on Bochi right now too, and all the girls are just they all have their quirks and like all good characters, all very good characters. And I think it is better than the K-On! I don't think necessarily the music is as catchy as K-On! Um, like I can still bump some K-On! Music for sure, but I haven't really listened to a track from Bochi the Rock that I can like just kind of listen in my headphones just randomly. But I'm sure I don't think they really focus too much on that either, to be honest, like they do with K-On! I feel like K-On! They put more emphasis on the music than so they do with Bochi, surprisingly. Our two waifu is my favorite. Is that the drunk? It's a shirt. That's a drunk girl, right? The alcoholic. Yeah, I'm gonna need to listen to like the Bochi soundtrack a little bit harder. But yeah, anime of the year for sure nomination. And we'll talk about the anime year nominations in a second once we finish the rest of the list. The next one is Do It Yourself. I think that's the name of the anime. Is that the name of the actual anime? Uh, yeah, Do It Yourself. This is actually kind of cute. I actually like this show. This is a strong beat too. It's just an anime, cute girls building things, do it yourself club. Animation style I thought was terrific. I really love the art style of this anime a lot. And it was just kind of wholesome, good show to watch. And I enjoyed it. It's just something good to watch. If you like watching cute girls do cute things, not cute things, but cute girls do things like build stuff, and you like, I would say this art style is not one that I've seen or that I can really compare to like any other anime that I've watched recently. But very unique art style. So yeah, if you like Yuru Camp or anything like that, this might be something you want to watch too. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. How'd you keep up watching all these shows? So basically, I try to watch the shows on the days that they air because if I don't watch it and I fall behind, it's harder for me to catch up. So I just every day, usually during my lunchtime, I'm able to watch one episode while I eat my lunch, right? And there are some days like, Saturdays and Sundays where you have a few things coming out, or just even during the week, you have a few things coming out. So I pretty much try to watch as much as I can during the week during my lunch. And then on the weekends, I have more free time to do things when I'm not working. So it just it's a lot. It's a juggling act, really. Sometimes I do get behind. Like I think there's like 1 or 2 weeks where I was like behind, and it was a lot to catch up. So you play a lot of visual novels. Yes, I don't really play too many video games right now, and then I do prioritize sometimes. Like sometimes I haven't like I play like a lot of first person shooter games like Apex, Overwatch, and stuff like that. But this past season, I really haven't played much video games because I've been watching anime. You know, so yeah, I just kind of scratched all that video game stuff out that I normally do and just watch mostly anime. Um, yeah, I think next season though, I'm definitely limiting the amount of anime that I watch because I do want to like play some video games. Like I'm trying to play Persona 5 right now. So yeah, I'm trying to limit the amount of anime that I watch. Unless it's like a really just groundbreaking anime, like it's gonna be a A or higher. I might cut it out. you know? So yeah, it's a juggling act for sure. But yeah, DIY. You like it a lot too? Yeah. DIY definitely liked it. It was very enjoyable. All right, next we have another soccer anime. We got Blue Lock. Another strong beat. I don't think Blue Lock, for me personally, is as good as Aowashi. I mean, Blue Lock is definitely anime soccer, right? Aowashi is kind of more realistic, a lot more realistic soccer, which I kind of prefer. But Blue Lock is another. Well, I don't think it's a big surprise because I feel like this anime has been hyped up quite a bit. Because I've been seeing like merch for this on AmiAmi for like the past 6 months, and I think people read the manga have been hyping up too. So I knew this was gonna be kind of a big anime. And it lived up to the expectation. It's really good. It's pretty good. I don't think I can give it as high as Aowashi because I feel like the character interactions in Aowashi are a little bit better than Blue Lock. But that's just kind of what it's supposed to be. To be honest, like Blue Lock is an anime where you're trying to become the best, striker and be competitive. Whereas Aowashi is more of like actual soccer team play. So it's just kind of how it is. But yeah, Blue Lock, I'll give it a strong B. Really enjoyed it. Again, if you don't like soccer, you might like this anime. Aowashi, I think you'll still like too. Don't get me wrong if you don't like soccer, but definitely thought it was a good anime. So another strong soccer anime. Both of these during World Cup this year too. Blue Lock was during actual World Cup, so I'm sure Japan soccer is going to start blowing up in the next few years because of all this anime in the World Cup. Japan did a pretty decent job in the World Cup. Let's see. All right. So next we got Bleach. I've been watching Urusei remake. What is that? I've heard of that. Oh, yeah. Where is it? I thought I just saw that. I just saw it somewhere. I have this filtered. Yeah. I've been thinking about watching this. It's on my maybe list at some point. So I might end up watching it. Yeah, yeah. It's on my to do list at some point, I think. All right, so next we got Bleach. All right. So Bleach. I'm gonna give it a strong B for me personally. Actually, I'm not gonna give it a strong. I'm gonna give it like a solid B. I don't think it's. I think I enjoyed everything else better, more than Bleach. I mean, Bleach definitely has that nostalgia that goes with it, but I don't know. Yeah, I grew up on Bleach too. And I thought, I mean, just visually, it looks great. Let me get that straight. Visually, Bleach looks terrific. But there were some episodes here, and again, I talked about this during Chainsaw Man, where I just feel like the story is just kind of a little more, I don't know, the story and the characters are a little bit more childish than I would like, and it just kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Don't get me wrong, it's fine. There are a couple episodes where I thought the animation and the fights were not that great, to be honest. Like, I'm thinking about the Kenpachi episode. I thought the episode was absolutely terrible. The Kenpachi episode was terrible. It was so boring. I was talking to my friend about this, and I sent him 3 screenshots of the fight. And in those 3 screenshots, you pretty much see the old, I can't remember her name, the old Kenpachi get stabbed. And you don't see anything actually happen. It's just stills. One still of looking at her, another still something else, and then next still she's, being stabbed. It was so bad. And I'm just thinking, like, I was comparing that to like Demon Slayer, where again they didn't really have a lot of frames in the manga of the actual fight, but they took time to expand on it a little bit, a lot actually. But when it comes to that Bleach Kenpachi fight, they did nothing with it. And it was just, I'm like, what? That was it? I was so mad. I was so mad. But it's Bleach. I think it has a high rating on you know my anime list right now. I think it's the number one anime actually. Yeah, right now Bleach is ranked. This Bleach is ranked number one on my anime list, which is no, it should not be that high. And I'll give it a B. It's fine. It's okay. Bleach is number one. Yeah, Robert. Bleach is number one. Yeah, the score can give a lot of people rose Clint. Yeah, it can. It can, unfortunately. So we're not. Yeah, Bleach. I'm gonna give it like a. I don't want to give it a C rating because it probably is better than this other stuff I haven't seen. But yeah, somewhere mid B, low B. I don't know. I struggled to watch it actually, but it is what it is. I think next, so we got four more. Let's get, or three more actually. Let's get through these. Oh, this next one is so stupid. More than a married couple, but not lovers. Yeah, this is a C. Like it's a supposed to be a rom com, but it's more like romance slice of life. I guess it's not really a lot of comedy in there, and it's a lot of fan service, which I'm sure a lot of people enjoy. Um, I mean, it's okay. The premise behind the whole anime is kind of dumb, to be honest. The story. I mean, you have this high school which has a program where you pretend that you're a married couple and you live together, and like you get graded based on your interactions with your, you know, no wife, husband. Like, psh, trash. I'm not called trash, but it's definitely just a lot of fan service in this anime. And the characters are a little annoying too. The characters are a little annoying. Like like the dude Jiro, the main character, he's just so oblivious. He doesn't know what's going on. Like he just acts like he doesn't understand what's his wife is thinking, where she's wearing these bikinis just for him. These outfits, she's wearing these outfits just for him. No one else can see these outfits. And he's like, what does this mean? Does she like me? Yes, you idiot. She likes you. Are you that dense? And then he'll have another moment where he's like just a completely different person and about to like almost rape a girl or something. I don't even know, but force himself on her. And I say rape, but force himself on her. It's just so weird. This main character, he's like the most annoying aspect of the anime. Um, yeah, it's definitely this. That's not on my knee scene was goofy as hell. It's so stupid. My hero. I could use the anime. We'll get that. We're almost at my hero. We're almost at my hero. Was Tokyo Revengers this year? Tokyo Revengers last year, right? It wasn't this year. Yeah, Tokyo Revengers last year. If I get Tokyo Revengers a rating, it'd be like a low B, low B, high C. Like, yeah, Tokyo Revengers definitely. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm pretty sure you either love it or you hate it. I'm actually in between. I would say, but yeah, more than married couple, kind of stupid. Drop worst main character ever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Taka Takamichi, whatever his name is. He's a little annoying. He's a little annoying. I'll give you that. All right, my hero, my hero. Sixth season. So my hero sixth season gets a solid B. Um, my hero's sixth season. I mean, seasons five, four, just forgettable, just not that great. I'm not even a My Hero fan anymore. But this sixth season has just been all hype and almost too much hype to the point where I can't give it an A because it's just been like level 10 this entire freaking season from the first episode to the last. I think it's still airing actually, right? Yeah, it's still going. So I don't even know how it's going to end. So I can't really give it like a firm score right now. But My Hero is just it's just pure octane right now. I need to come down a little bit. They need to tone it down, but they're not. And the one thing I really hate about this sixth season is Shigaraki, whatever his name is, the bad guy. He's just too damn OP. Like, what are they doing? I don't understand why they made him so damn OP. Like, he doesn't even have any powers, but apparently he's gone through all this gene therapy. He's strong enough where he can wave his arm and just propel himself in midair. It doesn't make any sense. Plot armor, yeah. It's just all plot armor with him. And I'm like, why did y'all overtune him so much? He is so OP. I can't even with My Hero. Like, I mean, I give it a B because the action has been pretty decent, and we get to see a lot of characters do things in the season. So I respect that. I appreciate that. But it's just a little bit too much in terms of the hype. And the Shigaraki is just OP as hell. And then they bring back All for One. I'm like, why is he here? I don't get it. It's like All for One, go. I don't understand. It's a lot going on. But the season's still going, so we'll see what happens. But I'm still enjoying it. I can't lie. I'm still enjoying it. It's kind of trash, but I'm still enjoying it. Yeah, Shield Hero season 2 was absolute trash. All right, last anime. So we got this is another really pleasant surprise: Imminence and Shadow Guarding, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I had to get to like a strong B. Like another Isekai. I'm giving it Isekai. This is the strongest Isekai on my list right now, I think, besides Isekai Oji-san. But if you're not watching this, you definitely need to be watching it because the main character in this series is that complete Chad. He's OP. He's absolutely OP. But the whole premise behind the show is hilarious. So this guy, if you're not watching, at least Spy Fan has come down to A because part 2 of the season 1 hasn't been in. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I meant to I don't know how like oh yeah, speaking about Spy Family, before we talk about Imminence of Shadow, I don't know how they're actually considering Spy Family because Spy Family Part 1 and Spy Family Part 2 are completely, I'm not sure if I should rank them together. It's pretty much what I'm saying. Should I rank like Part 1 separately from Part 2 or should I rank them together? I don't know. I gave Part 1 Anime of the Year nominee, but I think even with part 2, I would still probably give it the nomination. I just don't think I would. We'll get to it. We'll get to Anime of the Year stuff in a sec. Let me do Imminence and Shadow. Then we'll jump into that. All right. Imminence and Shadow. The whole premise behind this show is this guy in the regular world. He grew up wanting to be a superhero, just like every other kid, right? But as you know, most kids grow out of that. He kept on with it. He really wanted to be a superhero. So he trained all his life in martial arts and all this other stuff, trained his body, yada, yada, to become a superhero. He even started to actually fight crime while in high school. But then he quickly realizes that he'll never be strong enough to stop like an atomic bomb or a nuclear blast or anything like that, right? Because, you know, he's just human. He can only do so much. And he just got so crazy one night. He just jumped in front of a truck, gets isekai into this new world, and it's isekai, right? So he's training, he's OP. He started meeting all these waifu, essentially. He builds his own harem, and he's just going through life in this world as an OP hero, building up his image of himself as what he wanted to be as a superhero, and he makes up in his head this evil organization to feed to his other waifu team of heroes, or whatever you want to call them. And they believe everything he says, but he doesn't know any of this, but it happens to be true. This evil organization actually exists, and it's just the whole thing. It's absolutely hilarious. all the interactions with him and all these other characters in this anime are terrific. Like Sid is a complete Chad, complete Chad. Shadow Gang, Izuka all day. Get out of here, Jason. The fly sounds like Fate being a Shiro wants to be a superhero. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is, Nugan. Like it's pretty much Shiro wants to be a superhero, but it's really good. Is it a comedy? Yeah, it has comedic aspects of it. The action's not bad. Yeah, it has a lot going on. Story's actually not bad either. So we'll see. All right. Well, that's everything. So we still have Spy Family season 2, and I don't know if I should like include Spy Family season 2 with season 1, or I'm not sure how other like sites are going to be doing Spy Family when it comes to like anime of the year and whatnot. But anyways, I don't think Spy Family is going to beat anime of the year anyway, because I think it's going to come down to Chainsaw Man, Kaguya, and Bochi the Rock. And then kind of like, honorable mentions are these other four here. You got Spy Family, Cyberpunk, Call of the Night, and Summertime Rendering. Licorice Recoil could be up there as well, maybe, but I don't think it's quite as good as these other anime. Yeah, Bleach B. I regret nothing. Summertime, yeah. Shane Morbius isn't at the top. No, I think Cyberpunk has. I don't think Cyberpunk is gonna win. Like I said, for me, like the top three that are have a chance of winning Anime of the Year are these three here. Everything else is kind of honorable mentions. Like you did good, bro. You deserve a head nod. Here's a nomination, but you're not gonna win. I think it's gonna be these three. I think Spy Family can even maybe possibly make this, but I think it's really these three and these other four just kind of they're too far down the list. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I might be missing here? But in terms like the thing is about with the three that we have, they're so different. Like it's really hard to say which one would actually win. I mean, it kind of depends on what you want. You have like this action shonen here, you have a rom com here, and then you have like a slice of life. Like three totally different anime, different genres. It's really hard to say. Then you got, I mean, even if you look at the rest of the stuff, you got Summertime Rendering, it's kind of a mystery. I'm not even sure what Call of Night is. Cyberpunk, another kind of action sci-fi thing. So they're all kind of like different genres on this anime of the year nomination. So it's really just going to be kind of which anime do most people prefer. I don't feel like Chainsaw Man deserves it. Get out of here. Go, leave. We don't want you. Kage is my anime of the year. I think Kage might win it. I just rewatched Kaguya the last season or this season rather, and yeah, it's a very strong contender. Cyberpunk is great, and let me use my mod powers and mute this fool. Get out of here. Put user in timeout. My bad, Robert. Oh, I didn't know what that timeout thing was actually going to do. I would bring you back, but I can't. You're in timeout for 300 seconds, bro. Just listen. My bad. This is my best anime will probably be will not exist because there's so too many different genres and people's opinion differ. Yeah, I mean there is no like subjective or objective best anime ever, right? There isn't. So yeah, I mean like if any of these three win, I won't be mad. If any, honestly, if any of these on this top row win, I wouldn't be like too upset about it. I mean, if I had to rank them in my thinking as to which one will probably win, it would probably be Kaguya, Bochi, Chainsaw Man. I don't know, Cyberpunk Spy Family. It's kind of hard between these two. But the reason I say Bochi, I think Bochi has a lot of hype right now. Bochi has a lot of hype right now. Cowboy Bebop live action anime of the year. Yeah, okay, guys. I watched. I don't even think I watched like a full episode of Cowboy Bebop live action before I stopped watching. It was just not it. Before like Demon Slayer wins, man. If Demon Slayer wins, I'm gonna lose my shit. Don't get me wrong. Demon Slayer, this arc, I really enjoyed it. Like, it was short, story, simple, action, animation, all time notch. Anime of the decade, yeah. People in Japan love Demon Slayer. Like, Demon Slayer is a big anime in Japan. Probably more so than it is here in America. So, but all right, so that's it. That's my list. This is everything I've watched this year. Everything I dropped. So we dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anime. They moved her outside. Yeah, I know Bochi has a lot of hype. I mean, if you just look on YouTube, you can see how much hype it has. I have a second account. You can't remember. Second account. Ting and his hubby? Yeah, Ting and Best Boy. I think I was thinking about that. I was voting on something earlier this year or earlier this week as to like different categories. I think Best Boy is one of them. I think I gave it to Tengen and I gave it to someone else. I can't remember who. Might have been a dude from Summertime Rendering. I don't know. All right. That's it. That's the end of the video. My voice is going out. I've been talking for 2.5 hours. This is more than I've talked in like past, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think is the best. Shinpei Best Boy. Yeah, Shinpei is a good boy. How do I end my stream? Bye, guys.